Hey Capricorn, welcome to Aria Moon Tarot, and thank you so much for being here. This is your love reading for anyone with Sun, Moon, or Rising in Capricorn. It's a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If it doesn't, check your other placements. All right, let's get started. And let's see what this is to get us started off with some general energy of your manifestation. So you guys have the One. Wow. Wow. Okay, so for a lot of you, this has to do with romance. We are getting the message right from the beginning. Some of you are manifesting your soulmate. You might be manifesting a significant life partner. You might be manifesting the love of your life. For some of you, I gotta say it, I'm getting twin flame energy. So you might be manifesting your twin flame. This is card 30. So that kind of reduces to the energy of 3. And for me, 3s often represent that time when plans turn into action, when things start to solidify and they start to become real. So whatever you're manifesting, I feel like it's becoming more real and becoming more tangible in a way. If this energy is referring to a romantic connection for you, which for a lot of you, I'm really feeling like it is, this is kind of telling me that the connection that you're manifesting is not only one that you want to bring into physical existence. So it's not just one that, some of you might be like manifesting. Oh, the way that came through. So you might be manifesting like being in physical proximity with this person, being closer to this person, living closer to this person, something like that. But it goes beyond the physicality of this relationship and wanting this relationship to come into physical form. And it's also kind of telling me that this is a connection that you want it to feel really real and really deep. You want it to feel like something you have never felt before, like something that's very unique to this connection. Some of you, this is coming through for some of you. Some of you have actually only ever experienced this person. This person's like coming out. And for some of you, I feel like this person's energy is like all over your reading, and this is your main manifestation, because I can't even speak straight. Some of you have only ever experienced this feeling with this one person, or this person that you are identifying or calling the one. So it might be that you are manifesting like a rekindling of that relationship, or the opportunity to develop that relationship further. And some of you, you're manifesting communication. Yeah, it's coming through communication and reconnection with this energy. Interesting. I feel like for some of you, this really is this is a brand new person that you're bringing into your life, but it doesn't matter if this is a relationship that you have like been in or experienced before, or if this is something brand new. The feeling is the same, that you want this to be a really deep and meaningful connection. You want this to be like a spiritual connection in a way. You want to know that this person is is your one, is your, I feel like this is about devotion too, like because I feel like you want to feel like you're this person's one and only. And that's about a level of commitment or devotion that you might be manifesting. Wow. Okay. For some of you, there's a different message coming through. This might be for a few of you, but I'm hearing that you're kind of in the process of manifesting the information that you need in order to make a decision about something you've been struggling with. If that's the case, this card is confirmation that that information is coming, because I'm kind of seeing you highlighting one of those options as the clear answer or the clear winner. So it's like, this is something you will gain clarity about. You're manifesting that clarity. The decision, this is how it's coming through for you guys. The decision will seem simple when it's time to make it. So even if it seems like a clouded mess right now, when it comes time for you to like actually make that decision, it's going to seem very simple, very effortless to you, very easy, very obvious. I just have to say it like that, very obvious. So don't worry about that. The answer is coming. And then, yeah, now the messages are starting to flood in. We had to get past that romance that I think is there for a lot of you. But there's also something like, if you're looking to hire an employee or hire an assistant, I just heard virtual assistant. It's like you're manifesting the perfect fit for that job or the perfect fit for that service that you need. So this could be hiring somebody in any capacity, or you're looking for help with something. You're manifesting the exact right fit, the person that has the exact knowledge, has the exact skill set to help you with whatever this issue is. The energy of the one is also about the energy of oneness. And kind of the idea that we are all essentially parts or pieces of the greater whole, which is a very spiritual concept. So I feel like many of you are delving deeper into your spirituality and into really whatever you feel the most connected to, into that source power and deepening of your relationship to the more spiritual side of yourself. It's like you're manifesting changes and evolution in your spiritual world. And I'm feeling like for some of you, yeah, your guides are bringing it full circle, because this spiritual idea, I feel like for some of you, this spiritual boost, so this is either you initially finding this more spiritual side of yourself, or your increased interest and your increased knowledge when it comes to your spirituality kind of loops back and ties back to the one. So this can be a person. This doesn't have to be a person. This can be an idea for some of you. It can be an idea that changed or triggered something for you, and it like kind of spurred this spiritual growth in you. But for some of you, this is the fact that you met your soulmate, you met your twin flame or something like that. And it all kind of ties back to this one person or this one connection, this spiritual growth that you are experiencing and that you are manifesting. So that's interesting how your guides laid that out. I think that's why we're dealing with that romantic connection, because for some of you, your spiritual growth is actually tied to that romantic connection. Very, very interesting. I feel like you're manifesting. I just feel like this energy of you manifesting a deeper spiritual connection for some of you actually means that you're deepening your psychic abilities. You might be manifesting growth or development of some kind of spiritual or psychic gift as you become more connected. So yeah, for those of you that where that applies, that's very interesting. And it feels like a lot of areas might be tied together, but they're all kind of contributing to this manifestation that actually has you at the center. So at the end of all of that, I'm having the feeling, I'm losing my voice already. I'm sorry, you guys. At the end of all of that, I'm kind of having the feeling that the one is you on a lot of levels. You're really manifesting growth and evolution within yourself. And these are kind of the areas that are tied to that, or that may have triggered some of that expansion. Such interesting energy. I want to grab an oracle deck and expand upon that a little bit. So I'm using this Animal Spirit Oracle, I think is what it's called. I'm going to have all of the decks linked below because I butcher the names. Or maybe not linked, but I will have the names of all of the decks. So let's see what we have going on here. So we have the Bee Spirit. This card says sweet results await, and I love that. I love that. Let's get you another oracle card, and then we will talk about it. We have Crow Spirit. For some reason, as soon as I saw this crow, I started feeling like the crow might be a sign for you. I suppose we could say the same about the bee. I didn't get that vibe. So maybe the crow or the raven or something like that. is some kind of sign or symbol for you. We're going to be looking for more of those when we pull some angel numbers. But yeah, that came through like that. I really love this Bee Spirit card. I love that it says sweet results await, especially if this manifestation is about your love life, because that's kind of showing me that you're having the relationship that you imagined. You're having the exact results that you imagined for yourself, that you saw for yourself. And it also is kind of showing me there being a lot of sweetness or a lot of romance in this connection, a lot of harmony, because the Bee Spirit card talks about teamwork. So this is about like this relationship being very harmonious, the two of you working together very, very well, and I love that energy. Sevens might be significant for you. You have card 7 and card 17. I feel like something kind of similar happened in reading 1, which is very interesting. But yeah, 7s are showing up, and the 17 can reduce to an 8, which is another indication of manifestation in general. So definite confirmation there. For some of you, this manifestation, or one of the things that that you are manifesting, really centers around your work. And this can be even about building a team. And so this idea of working in harmony can be about your work, and not so much about a romantic connection if that's not what you are manifesting. This is about also having a lot of clarity about who is assigned which tasks. So if this is about a work environment, even in a romantic relationship, this is about having more clarity about exactly what tasks you're supposed to do. And maybe this is even talking about your schedule or becoming more organized in some way. I do think of the Bee Spirit as a very organized energy. So you might be manifesting some sort of organization, some sort of structure, schedule that's making you feel more like you have your ish together. It's how it's making me feel. That's the way that's coming across. It's like getting things in order. I feel like even if you work completely alone, for some reason this is coming through, that it's like you're finding more harmony in the work that you do. You are finding a routine that works for you. You're finding a routine where you can be very productive. So yeah, some of you you're manifesting order and organization. And this is a really good indication that like these results are coming. Sweet results await. I love that. It's like your hard work isn't going to go unnoticed. You are manifesting actual changes in your life. You're not just working for the sake of working. You are working toward a beautiful result. Yeah, what's so interesting now as I look at this, looking at the Bee Spirit connected to the energy of the 1, I think this is an interesting connection, especially in terms of the spirituality component that we were talking about before. These are kind of similar energies. So the Bee Spirit talks about releasing the ego and remembering that you're a part of the greater whole, part of that greater unified consciousness. So in some ways, this is talking about releasing the idea of self or of singularity. And I feel like, again, it just keeps showing up that this might be referring to a romantic connection for some of you. So it's kind of giving me that feeling of like releasing the idea of being single because you are joining this person in union. So very interesting. I feel like both of these energies are talking about a similar energy, a similar vibe. Yeah, letting go of the single life, kind of even forgetting what it's like to be alone, to be like on your own or to be by yourself. Forgetting the feeling of being on your own is how that's coming across. Yeah, I feel like many of you are manifesting a connection or connections in your life that are really deep and meaningful. Yeah, but it's giving me the feeling that like you will successfully achieve this manifestation by kind of feeling that support, feeling that partnership and that connection before you realize it in the 3D, experiencing it, even if it's just in your imagination. Very interesting how this is coming through. I'm feeling like for a lot of you, vividly imagining or feeling that person in your life, if this is about a person, imagining what that support or that partnership really feels like. That's the energy that's really helping to speed up your manifestation. We are getting advice about your manifestation later on in the reading, but for some reason, some advice is coming out for you right now. And your guides are really pointing to how you can bring this manifestation in more easily. So this is about using your imagination. It's about even using a very vivid form of your imagination, or maybe kind of receiving messages in your dreams, because that for a lot of us is the most vivid way that we imagine, is through our dream world. So there might be a connection to your dream world and your manifestation here. This energy can also talk about friendships as well. It can talk about our soul family. It can talk about business partnerships, even guidance or advice that you're going to receive from other individuals. So all of that energy is what you're manifesting right now. You're manifesting the energy of connection. Some of you are connecting with your audience, or you're connecting with your customer base in a way. And I feel like this kind of extends to like connecting with your tribe. I just heard magnet. So some of you are drawing this person or these people to you like a magnet. And it's like your manifestation is to become almost magnetic to the people that are meant to be in your life. Yeah. It might be that you've already started to see evidence of the right people showing up at the right time. And this can even, like for me, this can even talk about receiving the exact advice that you need at the exact moment that you need it. So it's like you're manifesting these sorts of things. You're manifesting like some ease in some areas of your life. You're manifesting exactly what you would want to come to you naturally. This is how this is coming to me, that a lot's being drawn to you. Yeah, I feel, a lot's being drawn to you. It's like, yeah, now as we're talking about connectedness, I kind of can't ignore this crow spirit, because it's all about co-creating. This card says co-create with spirit. So potentially the most important connection that you're manifesting is this connection with spirit. Because it's kind of showing me your ability to co-create is supercharging your manifestations right now. This energy talks about our thoughts becoming things, and that this is like the most powerful and automatic way for us to manifest anything, through our thoughts. So Spirit's really coming through to remind you that the clearest directive that you can give to the universe about what you want to experience in life is coming through your thoughts, and it's coming through those thoughts that you habitually think. And this is kind of your greatest asset and your greatest weakness, and it just depends on what those thoughts are. So your guides are highlighting that. This is your way to manifest. This is how you can either supercharge your manifestation to make it come faster, but we can also hold ourselves back with limiting beliefs as well. So that is being highlighted. We also have 2 air sign animals here that showed up for you. So this is again taking me back to the idea of thoughts, mental clarity, being pointed in the exact direction that you need to go, and kind of knowing that through your thoughts, being very deliberate about what you're thinking, because you're co-creating with spirit as you're doing that. Yeah, I think for a lot of you, this partnership energy is about you kind of manifesting this greater understanding of how to partner with spirit, how to partner with that source energy, that energy of the greater whole in the universe, and kind of bring these experiences that you want into the 3D. I really hope that was making sense for you guys. I really do. Let's pull a couple more oracles and see what is going on for you. So we have standstill. I want to open that up for sure. Interesting. Let's pull one more card. What is number 2 manifesting, please? And freedom. So you had 2 more bird cards come out. Every single card here is showing like an air sign animal, like a winged animal. So very interesting here. a lot of air energy, which is giving me the feeling of clarity, and it's a very intellectual energy. So for some of you, you're manifesting knowledge or information, even success or ease in your studies. It could be for some of you. Air energy also talks a lot about communication, sharing ideas, with this opposing energy of the standstill and freedom. Some of you are manifesting communication from someone, especially if it's like communication just dried up, or if you haven't been in contact with this person for a while. I'm sensing this desire to say some of the things that were left unsaid, or to get clarity about where this connection stands. I'm seeing movement there. You're definitely manifesting movement in some stagnant situation in your life, whatever that might be. Some of you are manifesting more freedom in your life. You're manifesting financial independence. For others, this idea of freedom, it's not, I'm feeling like it's not purely about finances, but there might be a financial component there that's connected to freedom. This kind of feels like freedom in the way that you express yourself. This could be connected to your work, but it doesn't really have to be. This can be about finding the freedom to express who you truly are, because it does feel like you've discovered that as long as you hold back certain parts of yourself, you're not truly free. And it also puts your growth and your development at kind of a standstill when you're holding back in that way. So it's like you're manifesting, like spreading your wings and taking off here. Self-expression and finding kind of where you fit into that greater whole. Finding or utilizing your unique gifts are becoming kind of a big deal for you. It's a key manifestation for you. For some of you, this freedom is about leaving a dead-end situation in your life. This could be a job. I feel like a lot of you are manifesting an employment situation that kind of allows you to set your own schedule, or it gives you more time and flexibility to pursue your dreams, something like that. It's like there's something in your life that's felt like it's on hold. It's felt like it's stuck, or like it's been forgotten, and it's like you're manifesting movement in that area. For some of you, this is about that one thing. I'm hoping that this makes sense, because your guides are saying it's about that one thing, and it's like you'll know what it is. It's like that one thing. It can be a hobby. It can be a passion, something that you kind of always circle back to, something that like lives in your heart, even when there's no progress being made, even when you're at a complete standstill on it. You can't fully forget about it. It just feels like something you can't let go of. You're manifesting kind of ways to express or to experience that one thing. I just want to say it like that because it's like, you know what it is. It could be like some sort of art design for some of you. You're singing, or something you always wanted to learn. It's something like that, and you'll know what it is. And it's like you're manifesting ways to express that, to experience that. Or you might be manifesting time. This one card is even starting to look like a clock to me. You might be manifesting time to pursue that thing, or to experience that thing. We have the Two of Pentacles right as I'm saying that. The Two of Pentacles is about juggling things, making time for things, prioritizing. So it could have something to do with that. What else do we have? We have Temperance. Okay. What's so interesting about this is both of these cards represent balance. The Two of Pentacles and the Temperance card, both balanced energy. We have the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. We've been talking about like finances a lot in this, and this can also represent a firm or a solid beginning in something. So this can even be a relationship that that's referring to. If this is about finding that stable, that real offer, Interesting. There's really more, like a lot more partnership energy here too. We had this energy of the 1, and now we have this 2, and this energy of balance is always about partnership. So for a lot of you, the relationship you're looking for is like making its way into your life as we speak. This balanced relationship, this is what you're manifesting. Temperance can talk about patience. So it's like, this feels like something that has been in the works, or something that you've really developed. I feel like you've just developed such a knowing about this, if that makes any sense. This doesn't come across as anything that has been or should be rushed with this kind of energy of the 2 of Pentacles, the Temperance. It's something that should be built on a steady foundation. And I feel like because Temperance energy is so balanced, it kind of always gives me the feeling that it's something you have waited for. Something that you maybe even had to balance yourself out about, had to balance your own emotions out about, balance your expectations when it comes to this thing, but like something that you did wait for, something you've been patient about, something you have let evolve. I feel like a lot of you were weighing 2 or more different options. And like we were talking about before, you're manifesting a really clear answer or a clear decision when it comes to these options. The 2 of Pentacles always represents some element of time for me. Like we were talking about before, balancing out your time, making time for something, balancing your schedule, creating more balance in your schedule so that you have time for the things that are important to you. These are all things that are coming through as what you're manifesting. I feel like in general, you are manifesting more balance in your life, more work-life balance, more balance in your relationships, more time to pursue the things that make you happy. What keeps coming to mind is really just a feeling of more overall ease and more time to reflect. Yeah. A lot of you are making time for that reflection, making time to figure out how you feel. I'm adding your Magician card back to the deck. I'm going to pull you a couple of angel numbers, and then we're going to get into your tarot deck. With these angel number cards, I really want to look at potentially signs or synchronicities, anything that we can pick up on, things for you to look out for, or I guess you're getting 3 cards, things for you to look out for, or maybe even numbers that you have noticed. So let's see what we had come out for you. We had 20. I am harmonious. So we're talking about balance and harmony with the 2 of Pentacles, with the Temperance card. And this card is saying, I am harmonious. So you relate to others on an almost cosmic level. You're dedicated to building harmonious relationships of all kinds. You have the ability to persuade others to your point of view by using gentle means. What's interesting about this is we're talking about connection. You are manifesting more connection and more just connectedness in your life, whether that's spiritual connection, whether that's romantic connection, or friendships, deeper family connections. That was coming through before. This is kind of solidifying that, and that's telling me that these relationships are going to be harmonious and balanced. You're going to be able to create deep, meaningful, and lasting relationships. I guess it was only 2 cards that came out for you. I thought it was 3. We also have 8. 8 is the number of manifestation. I love that coming out for you. And this says, I am successful. This is giving me the energy of the bee spirit, sweet results await. It's like, you are going to have success at these things that you are trying to manifest and bring into your life. This card says your talent for setting and reaching goals is like no other. You are self-sufficient and capable of achieving your ambitions. 8 representing the ebb and flow, the infinite loop of creation. Definite positive energy towards your manifestation there. And it's like, you are going to be having success with that. And that's showing up several times in your reading, that there is success here. We had the Knight of Cups, the Ace of Daggers, the Moon, and the 7 of Crystals just kind of flip over. so let's look at this energy. The Knight of Cups often represents an offer, a romantic offer. And of course, we have touched upon that plenty of times in this reading, that a lot of you are manifesting this connection with a spiritual counterpart, with a romantic partner that kind of feels like the one, like that, where there's this deep spiritual connection there. I love the Knight of Cups because I think what you guys are doing, like we were talking about, with this kind of magnetic energy, you're attracting what you want toward you. You're drawing it to you, and the Knight of Cups is showing an offer being made to you. So very interesting there. If this is about communication, I do see new communication coming in, especially with this moon energy. So this could be about manifesting communication from someone where I feel like things went dark, because there's a very mysterious energy with the moon here, and I just feel like cutting through some of that darkness and kind of getting the answers with this Ace of Daggers energy. For a lot of you, I feel like this moon energy is representative of your more spiritual side, the more hidden side. I'm getting like High Priestess vibes from this, which is so interesting. But yeah, it's like kind of cutting through the darkness in all areas of your life. It doesn't have to be connecting to this romantic relationship that's coming up for a lot of you, but cutting through the darkness and cutting through the uncertainty, breaking past the barriers and the fear that can sometimes be represented by the moon, and really seeing things clearly. A lot of mental clarity, like we were talking about with all of this air sign energy, a lot of mental clarity, and a lot of the things that maybe have been unknown to you are being revealed. Seven of Crystals or Seven of Pentacles energy is that energy that we were talking about, of you kind of waiting. Like this is something that you have been working at, something you've put in a decent amount of time, effort, energy, and it's like you're reaping these rewards with the Seven of Crystals. You're waiting for that appropriate time, like you're waiting for these things to come in, you're waiting for it to be in full bloom, to be fully ripe, to be picked, but it's like, you know that this manifestation will be successful. Just like this card you got, I am successful. You know deep down that this is going to be successful and that it is worth the wait. It's worth that patience that comes through with that Temperance energy. Seven of Cups, a lot of choices here. A lot of choices here. That's so interesting because we were talking about the choice being really obvious to you, the one being very obvious to you. So I do think, like, especially for those of you that are attracting in new romance, it's like, yeah, there's plenty of people out there. You may have been, you might have been looking for a little while with this kind of patient energy, and it's like nothing's really hitting the mark. You're looking for that perfect fit. And I feel like this Seven of Cups energy is showing like the choices, the different options, but you're looking for that one, that person or that idea, that experience. You're looking for the choice to be clear. And kind of going back to that message where it was like, it might not be that clear to you right now. It might be very confusing. Seven of Cups energy can be very confusing. It can be about a lot of illusions. There's so many options. There's so many choices. You don't know which one to choose. You are manifesting complete clarity. That couldn't be more clear with all of this air sign energy. You're manifesting complete clarity about what that right path is for you, what direction to go on. So apply that to the area of your life that it makes the most sense. For some of you, it's more than one area I'm picking up on with the Seven of Cups, but just know that that clarity is coming. That clarity is coming for sure. Let's see here. What do I want to pull for you? I want to pull from this fairy deck. I want to pull a little bit of advice because I want to see what can help you to bring this manifestation in faster, and maybe even get some clues about what might be hindering this manifestation, if there is anything here. To me, with this moon energy coming out, and I feel like this is looking exactly like what we have going on the one card, I feel like one thing that could be coming up as a potential hindrance to this manifestation is the uncertainty. It is the not being clear. But what's cool about that is I also see you manifesting clarity. So you might have some areas of your life where it's like you just don't know what you even want to manifest. You don't know how to make the decision between these two things, or it could be more than two things for some of you. But that clarity is coming, which really will help to bring the manifestation in. The more clear you are, the more easily you can create that manifestation. So we had tree wisdom come out. Interesting. This says this tree dryad will help you navigate through your current situation. Her flute can reveal insights and answers through the sounds it makes. So yeah, we were just talking about confusion. You guys are manifesting clarity. You're manifesting answers. That's guidance right there. This is also, when I think of trees, I think about grounding energy. So this can be about you grounding your energy, spending more time in nature as a way to do that, and to maybe help usher in that clarity, because I think this is about clarity for a lot of you. This is also making me think of... This is making me think of a family tree for some reason. So for some of you, this might be about getting messages, guidance, advice from your family members, even from your ancestors. We were talking about that spiritual connection. So this might be you kind of connecting with even passed on loved ones for those messages of advice and for that guidance. But this is about connecting with, and whether they are here in this physical world with us or not, this is about connecting with and receiving advice and guidance from trusted family members for some of you. And that's really going to help to make your manifestations easier, because you're going to be gaining some sort of clarity. And we have find balance. Yeah, that's been a theme here. Two of Pentacles, Temperance. This has been a theme. This card says, find the balance between your work, rest, and playtime, and you'll have more energy, harmony, and productivity in your life. Take a power nap. So yeah, this is talking again about just finding that balance. We were talking about work-life balance earlier. And if you're not exhausted, if you're not worn down, you're going to be able to bring your manifestations in a lot faster. With the bee energy, sometimes I think of like the busy bee. So you could be someone who likes to stay really active, who likes to be productive. And this is just a little reminder that that rest is very important too. So if you do feel like you have to be going all the time, maybe make it one of your goals to take some time to slow down, to rest, to recuperate, to gain clarity. And sometimes framing it like that can be helpful. It's a goal, so it's actually something to check off. It's actually like an item on your to-do list could be rest, or make sure to go to bed early, or whatever it might be that's going to help you to gain that clarity. Before we wrap up your reading, I'm going to pick a few messages from this homemade deck just to see if there's any guidance for you. Wow, okay. We have reflect. Oh my gosh. You can't make this stuff up, you guys. We have forgive. We were just talking about taking that time for reflection. So yeah. And there might be a need to forgive someone, and even to forgive yourself, maybe to move forward. For some of you, if this has to do with this person, this one, there might be a little bit of forgiveness that's needed here in order for this to move forward, and that's going to help to propel this manifestation forward. But yeah, I think taking that time to reflect is really important for you guys. Taking that time to get mental clarity around a situation that might be a little bit confusing to you is really important. But as we were saying, like almost from the beginning, sweet results await. You have success here with the number 8. So yeah, you guys are killing this. You guys are manifesting machines, and I think you might need to slow down a little bit. Like it's almost like you guys you're doing this so well, but there's no need to exhaust yourself. There is a need to find balance in this, and you are going to be bringing in all of the things that you want to experience in your life. So this is really beautiful energy. I absolutely loved doing this reading. Beautiful energy. Yeah. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and letting me read your cards. If you did enjoy this reading, if you resonated with any of these messages, don't forget to like the video, leave me a comment down below, and hit subscribe if you feel like it. And hopefully I will see you again in another reading really soon. Bye.